не пускаю, предлагалось читал. Электричество пару киловатт. Доброй ночи, пятерка девятка. Окей, спасибо. За 5-9, я слышу 5-9 и плюс 20 дB сверху. Оператор Николай Катаич. Новая миловатка. Это 200 километров южнее Воронежа. И ваше имя, пожалуйста, напомню. Да, Николай прекрасно все. Имя мое Станислав. Станислав, я уже 2 Галищука прием. Я уже 2 Галящука разыщу. Станислав, спасибо за контакт. Всего доброго, 7-3. Вот лак прием. Да, Коля, спасибо. Всего доброго. Встреча до встречи. Я уже 2 Галищука. Echo Alpha 5, Alpha Victor Lima. Echo Alpha 5, Alpha Victor Lima. Looking for Royal signals and standing by. Lima Zulu to Germany, Quebec, calling down like soon by for energy XCO hour. Lima Zulu to Golf Quebec. Lima Zulu to Germany, Quebec. LZ to Germany, Quebec, on DX and standing by. Lima Zulu 2, Golf Quebec. Lima Zulu 2, Germany, Quebec. Lima Zulu 2, Golf Quebec, calling DX and standing by. The Juliet, something Juliet again. Again? Stand by, but don't copy. Will you?
Здравствуйте, дорогой Виктор. Очень рад встрече, дорогой. Мы работали раньше на 29 метров. 2003, 2004 и 2019 мы работали. Очень рад встрече, дорогой. Сегодня 20 метров. Вам рапорт пятерка, семерка, 5-7, пятерка, семерка. Меня зовут Геральт. Геральт меня зовут. Макютиет недалеко город Almelo. Анна, Леонид, Мария, Елена, Лени, Ольга. Восток, Нидерланды. Роман знак 3, Анна, Иван, киловатт. Здесь Павел, Анна, 3, Галина, Елена, Галина. Меня зовут Геральт. На приеме. Да, прекрасно. Роман знак 3, Анна, Иван, киловатт, Павел, Анна, 3, Галина, Елена, Галина. 100% понял, без проблем, Виктор. 100%. Спасибо за информацию. Здесь аппаратура, сейчас я работаю около 100 ватт. Моя антенна, фирма Ultrabeam антенна. И есть диапазоне дипол, есть диапазоне. Вот такая информация, Виктор. Погода у нас сегодня, хорошая погода, нормально, около 25 градусов тепла и солнечно. Виктор, спасибо за QSO, молодцы позвания и до встречи. Будет здоровья, успехов, семьи ваши, вам и вашей семье. И до свидания. Роман знак 3, Анна, Иван, киловатт, Павел, Анна, 3, Галина, Елена, Галина. На приеме. Да. Спасибо, Виктор, за большой комплимент. Очень рад. Мой русский язык это нормально, мало. Это маленький хобби. Я не работаю русский язык. Моя работа это полиция. Спасибо за QSO. Молодцы позвания. Удачи вам. Спасибо еще раз. До свидания. QSS, this is Papa Alpha 3, Germany, Echo, Germany. PA3GEG, calling CQ and listening. Hello, CQ on 40 meters. Hello, 40. Papa Alpha 3, Golf, Echo, Golf, calling about.
Papa 5, X-ray, Tango Yankee.
X-ray, Sierra Papa 5, X-ray again.
Sierra Papa 5, Tango Yankee.
Sierra Papa 5, X-ray Tango Yankee. Good evening. Thank you very much for coming back to my call. This is Papa Alpha 3, Golf Echo Golf returning. Nice signal, you're 5'9", loud and clear. My name is Gerald, Golf Echo Romeo Alpha Lima Delta. My name is Gerald and my QTH is called Adolf. Alpha Alpha Delta Oscar Romeo Papa. Adolf is my QTH. And you have a wonderful signal. Microphone.
Congratulations, your quadra antenna, vertical quadra is working very well. Congratulations for your setup. Very strong signal, piacevi. My dear Vlad, thank you very, very much indeed for this QSO. My best regards for you and your family. Buona fortuna de Italia. Siempre.
Name here in southeastern Spain. Running IC7300, 500 watts and a full-size 80-meter loop antenna. I'm just going to try and put you into my log here to say we've worked before. C3 RCM, I think we might have done C10. No, we haven't. So you're not a new station there, Steve. Like a report and where you are, sort of thing. We're, as I say, in between Almeria and Alicante, closer to Almeria, 30k inland from Garuta and Mahaca, which is on the Mediterranean, halfway up the Mediterranean coast of Spain we are. We're in Italy Mike 87 Whiskey Hotel. Italy Mike 87 Whiskey Hotel there, Steve. G3RCM EA7KO. I'm not sure you're finished. We got some nice kind gentlemen who's putting over a carrier there. Some nice kind gentlemen. He must be IQ0 and not licensed. He gets some funny people around these days. Oh, it's all sort of a little bit different there, Steve. Okay, your club station there, I think. Sheffield. Sheffield way. Yeah, you're in a club there. So anyway, we're good evening to everybody. We're in the Sheffield Club, Amateur Radio Club. Yeah, we came from South Devon, Paynton Torbay. I lived in South Devon nearly all my life, and my club was Torbay Amateur Radio Society in South Devon there, Steve. Yeah, I'm afraid your conditions are bad. I didn't catch much of you, although you're probably a better audio than most. But we had this IQ0 putting out a carrier, G3RCM EA7KO. Radio Charlie Mike, EA7KO. Yeah, okay, you're a good 5 and 9 that time, Steve. No interference. Audio was okay and your signal was quite good. So your antenna on 100 watts is working very well. It's either a good antenna or it's the right skip distance, Steve, this evening at the moment. Okay, all the best to you and everybody in the club. Catch you another time. Thanks for looking in. G3RCM, EA7KO, 73s, after the radio.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Yeah, bye-bye then, EA7KO. We take one more and then we're going to go QRT. QRZ.
Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario.
Delta Juliet. Juliet 0, America, Japan.
Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar.
Cool in there, but I think I got a, I don't know if it's a Delta Juliet station. Go again.
This is Denmark, Juliet 0, America, Japan, like calling from Germany, over.
Roger, Roger. Delta Juliet 0 for Juliet. You're 5-9 plus about 15 at the moment. 5-9 plus 15 at the moment here in southeastern Spain, province of Almeria. We're 70-80k up the coast from Almeria City, inland 30k in the Philippine Mountains from Garucha and Mahaka, which you probably never heard of. Only a small hamlet here called Los Favenanilias. Locator, if you wanted, is Italy Mike 87 Whiskey Hotel. Italy Mike 87 Whiskey Hotel. And then it's John, running an EI7KO, 500 watts and a full-size 80-meter loop antenna. Would like your name, signal report, and either QTA to locator, please. Delta Juliet 0, for Juliet. Echo for 7, Juliet Uniform Radio, QSL.
Very solid copy, John. Thanks so much, my friend, over the risking to mine call. Echo Alpha 7, Juliet United Radio. 5 and 9 over 5-9 plus 15 for 18 decibel of mine is meter here, John, in Düsseldorf. Location Düsseldorf. The name is that one, Echo Kilo Radio. Echo, Mexico. Also here, mein transceiver is TS850 Sugar. Display, mine antenna is symmetric coupler, 14 meters higher, 300 watt John homebrew amplifier with 300 watt of the coupler here, symmetric coupler antenna. James vacuum variables capacitors. You're 5 and 9 plus 15 to 18 decibel. Pass to 20, John. Take on, my friend, and wish all the best. Copy you with the ICOM 7.3 very well and 500 watt. Very excellent signal. Echo Alpha 7 Juliet United Radio from Delta Juliet 0 Alpha Juliet. Over, John.
Yep, I think it's Ekram there. Ekram, yeah, fine. You're 5-9 plus 15 to 20 there, Ekram. So very good. Best signal I've heard tonight. It might be just the right skip distance, or you've got a good antenna there, and of course you have got 300 watts. So yeah, fine job there, Ekram. Nice to catch you for the first time. We know Düsseldorf. I think we've been to Düsseldorf. Oh yes, we've been to Düsseldorf. Let me see. Trying to think, we probably have been to Düsseldorf, but many years ago. I'm just trying to put you into my electronic log here. AJ. Yeah, okay. So I have to go now, so I've got to go QRT. My wife is calling me in to see something on television shortly, I know. We got you, Ekram, yeah, we got you there, Düsseldorf. And you got a locator there as well. I think I gave you my locators, India Mike 87 Whiskey Hotel. A bit of a locator freak, if you want to call it that. We was very much into 2 meters, 6 meters, 77s at the beginning of my license years ago in England. And that's the bands we were on in England. Coming out here, no 77s, no 2 meters. 6 meters occasionally, then the rest of it is HF there, Ekram. So that's why we do electronic log, and everybody's got a locator square anyway. Okay, right, back to you for any final, and I must disappear. So anybody else is waiting by, I'm afraid I will not be able to make a contact because I've got to go QRT. But anyway, back to you, Ekram, and your lovely signal. DJ 0AJ, EA7KO, John.
Excellent signal, John. For your information, we have it one QSO before 2 years ago, 21 December 2016. In fact, Frontier SSB, hi. Golf 1 with United, hi. I say, my love. powerful, John. Anyway, take us ourselves this afternoon with this QSO. I'd like to say hello. Like to view going security, by the way. I call here shortly to say hello, John. Please that QSO. Wait till next time. Really. All the best, my friend. Very well with you. Via the 40 meters this afternoon. Wish all the best till next time. Say hello again now. That's very nice weather today was in Düsseldorf, John. All the best, my friend. Take up. Echo Alpha 7 Juliet United Radio. From David Juliet Alpha Juliet. Bye-bye, John.
Yes, Alpha Juliet 0, Alpha Juliet, EI7KO. Okay, Crum, yeah, we found 21st of the 12th, 2016. We had a contact on 40 meters. So nearly the same time. That was 2008 and 2008 time. Anyway, nice to catch you again. Thanks for calling in, and have a good evening to you and the family there from CJ0AJ, EA7JR, best of 73, auf Wiederhören, hasta luego.
Auf Wiederhören, John. Take care. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye, EA7KO, having to go QRT. Bye-bye.
Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario. Echo India number 7 Kilo Ontario. EI7 Kilo Oscar.
I cannot make you out. They're too weak in the noise, so I'm having to go QRT. Hopefully another day. EA7JR QRT.
Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario. Again.
I tried to pick up some more. Golf 8 Uniform Hotel Victor, Glim, this is Delta Kilo 1, Victor Papa, thank you, 73. Okay, 73, bye-bye.
Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario.
Okay, two stations we're calling. Mike 0 Kilo, please. Mike 0 Kilo Papa Whiskey, Delta Kilowatt 1 Victor Papa. Good evening, Chris. Thank you for coming in. You're 10 over 9, 10 dBs over 9, loud and clear. There was an Italian station. Please wait a second. I will take you after this contact. The name on this side is Werner, Whiskey Echo Radio, November Echo Radio. Werner, and my location is near Stuttgart in southern Germany. So how do you copy me? Mike 0 Kilo Papa Whiskey, Delta Kilowatt 1 Victor Papa. Chris. North of Manchester. No problem to copy your solid 10 over 9. I'm running here with a K3S and amplifier the expert 1.3K and a spider beam with an extension for 40 meters in other words, you can say it's a rotary dipole. But it belongs to Spider-Beam. It comes from this factory. So, thank you very much, Chris, for calling in. Have a nice evening, a good week, and I will give the microphone back to you to the final. I'm 0, Kilo Papa Whiskey, Delta Kilowatt 1, Victor Papa. Yeah, okay. I can see you sitting in the sand. Okay, bye-bye. What do you say, Chris? The Italian station, are you still there?
Okay. DK1, Victor Papa, Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zulu November, okay?
The tanker can go out, please wait a second. Italy Zulu 0, sorry. I couldn't write down your call sign. You were coming here with 30 over 9, but I didn't get your call. In the next, the name on this side is Valor, Whiskey Echo Radio, November Echo Radio, and I'm near Stuttgart in southern Germany. So, and you have really 30 over 9, big signal. But I forgot your call sign. Italy's Zulu 0. Go ahead for Delta Kilo 1, Victor Papa.
Okay, well, DK1, Victor Papa. This is Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zulu November. Repeat. Italy Zulu number 0, Yellow Zebra Norway. IZ0, YZN. Well, your report is very strong in Latina, my city Latina, near Rome, in central Italy. My name is Maurizio Werner. Mike Alpha, Uniform, Radio Italy, Zulu Italy Ontario. Mio nome, my name is Maurizio.
Wait a second, please.
Repeat, your report is very strong. 59++. Big signal. Very strong. Change for you, DK1, Victoria Papa, Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zulu November, okay?
Yes, okay, Maurizio. Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zulu November, Delta Kilowatt 1, Victor Papa. Yeah, I can give you the flowers back. 30 over 9. Like a local station here, very loud. So tell me afterwards with how many power you are working and with which antenna. I have here K3S, an amplifier from Rome. You know it, I am sure. The Expert 1.3K and a Spider-Beam. So these are the conditions here. Thank you very much for calling in, and please tell me your power and your antennas. And 33 then, Maurizio. Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zulu November, Delta Kilo 1, Victor Papa.
Okay, for signal. DK1, Victoria Papa, Italy Zulu 0, Yankee Zebra Norway. Okay. My condition, transceiver ICOM 7300, 7300 ICOM. Antenna is a dipole. In this moment, direction North America, dipole polarization horizontal. Microphone made 200 watts, 200 watts. Okay, bye-bye, thank you. 73, I give you extra, my friend, awareness. I'll see you. Ciao, grazie. DK1, Victoria Papa, Italia 00, Yankee 1 November. Ciao, grazie.
Okay, Maurizio, thank you very much. A very big signal for 200 watts. Ciao, 73.
Ciao, 73, grazie.
Okay, I hear 5 stations calling me. I try to pick up on. Call again, please.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Okay, I got the goal 7. Goal 7, you are the loudest one. Please complete the call time. Yeah. G7AMD, DK1 Victor Papa returning. Fine, Cherry. Thank you for the report. You are here 20 over 9 to 25. Real good signal. The conditions seem to be very good tonight. The name is Valor, Whiskey Echo Radio, November Echo Radio. And location is near Stuttgart in southern Germany. So, Gary, please understand I keep it short, because a lot of stations are calling. So I say thank you very much, and hope to meet you again for a little longer talk. G7AMD for the final, DK1 Victor Papa. Yeah, bye-bye, Gary. Thank you.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar. Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
The Radio Lima, please. The Radio Lima, please. Go ahead.
Radio Lima 3. Google FTDX, whatever it is you've got, 1200 or 3000, I don't know. And this program, and you've got to. Mine did it all automatic. You see, that's the trouble. It's not fair, really, because I did it all automatic, Mark.
Yeah, you see, the screen and everything's working. It's just that this audio is all garbled and the frequency display is not working, but the signal meter's peaking right up when I'm talking, right at the top. And the other things are lighting up coloured, the displays.
Well, that's not right, because it's doing its own thing. You're not on your radio, because it doesn't move when you're talking. Radio needs drivers. I really can't. I should never have got sent you about this one, should I, really? Should never have set you up with this one, because you need somebody who set it up on your radio, and I haven't. Mine did it all automatic, Mark. It just set it all up, because the radio talks to it and tells it everything to do. What you need is a new radio. You need one of these.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Well, hang on, let me shut this down now. Near me head in. Just about half in. Yeah, what I'll do then tomorrow, if I get time tomorrow, is go on the internet and see if anybody's fired us up to an FTDX 3000 and into our settings. I don't think we're far off, Mike. I don't like this audio that's coming through. It's, there's, like you say, it's something not just marrying up.
Yeah, it's not talking to it. It's not set up. It's a demonstration thing, is that?
It's not talking to it. Don't send a notice. Turn it off till you get the thing. Figure it out. It's the FTDX 3000 on an HDT. Yeah, it does work with IF output. I don't know IF output. Don't do dear to me. Somebody got it going, but we're talking about IF outputs and stuff. See, mine comes out at USB 3 port. Maybe it don't work with that, without a lot of modification, which you're not going to go into. FTDX 3000, no. It's a YouTube video, but it's talking about IF outputs, and if it's...
Aber das hat dann halt was mit der Leistung zu tun. Yep, okay, there was another station calling there, Mike, hello Mike, NW0RKD. Okay, Paul, no. On it. It's pretty good. I used to use, certainly for CW, and I never used it for digimodes or anything, but the CW, the DSP, effectively a narrowband filter, was pretty good for the use I gave it, Paul, if you wanted narrowband filtering, over.
Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar.
Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar. Yes, and there's another station as well there. Sorry, there's the Echo India 7 standby. There's the other station. Do you want to give you a call again? I think your name's Mike. Is that correct? Oh, sorry, Ross. Do you want to try and call that chap? And I think you called him Mike. Ross, over.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, Paul. M1DAP, NW0RKD. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. Yeah, you're 5 and 8 here, 5 and 8, Mike, and I'll pass it over to Paul. There is an EI station as well, acknowledged. I've just come in myself anyway, so I'll pass it over to Paul, who's the master of ceremonies. And Paul, you're touching 10 over 9 today. I've been listening on and off for 20 minutes or so. And Mike, well, I'm assuming you can hear Mike. He's set his antenna back up and after a hitch, and was just wondering how you're copying him. 2M0TNM, NW0RKD, over.
Thank you. Yes, lovely signal from Mike. You're 5 and 9 plus 10 into South Unis there. No trouble at all there. But we were talking to George last night there. I think it was last night. Good evening, George. Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar with 2 Mike 0 Tango November, Mike.
Yeah, okay. 2M0 Tango November, Mike. Echo India 7, Kilo Ontario. Nice to bump into you again. I hope you're well. And good signal. And so is the other chap, both 5-9 plus there. No problem at all. Just running barefoot here tonight. So let's see. About 65 watts at the minute. So I'm not sure what way you're hearing me, Paul. 2M0TNM, EI7 Kilo Oscar.
Lovely, George. 5 and 9 plus 15. Yeah, that's really nice. I'll tell you what, we could pass it around like a round robin there. So let's see. I'll pass it on to Michael, and Michael, you pass it on to Russ. And Russ, if you can, you can pass it on to George, and George can pass it back to me. So if that makes sense. Mike 1, Delta Alpha Papa with 2 Mike 0 Tango November Mike. Yeah, nice signals all round there. Let's see if we can pass it round and round there, Mike. Back to you, Mike 1, Delta Alpha Papa, 2 Mike 0 Tango November Mike.
Chamadas Rally 80 metros, Charlie Romeo 8, Alfa Charlie Eco, Bravo Charlie Sierra 4, Alfa Romeo, algum colega em frequência?
Okay, thanks, Mike. Yeah, it sounded good, nice punchy audio. I can hear you okay. You had your 5 and 8, but the audio's cutting through. And sorry to hear about your hearing aid. And yeah, I probably won't be on 2 meters. While I've got the microphone, I probably won't be on 2 meters. I'm up early tomorrow, Mike, so I've just sort of popped on early. So if I'm not on, that's why. Anyway, I'll speak to you anyway, so I know everything's cool. Right, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar George. Yeah, good evening. You're about 5 and 8, 5 and 9 here. Name here is Russ, Romeo Uniform, Sierra in North Wales. Yeah, I'm running about 400 watts of FT 1000 MP with a doublet. So that's the score here. Quite noisy tonight. I think the wind's getting up. It's supposed to be getting a bit of a blow later on. So batten down the hatches and what have you. EI7 Kilo Oscar from Mike Whiskey 0 Romeo Kilo Delta in the group.
Yeah, okay, Ross, no problem. MW0 RKD Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar. You're a good signal, 5.9 plus about 10 to 15 with me there, so doing very well. Only running barefoot here tonight. I don't have the linear on, so about 65 watts, just straight out of the back of the radio and into the old doublet there, 204-foot doublet, feet point 60 odd feet in the air. So it does the job, Russ. So we've worked before a good few times. So I hope you're keeping well, and all is good on your end. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll pick up now. Just going to go round in a circle there. Really working used to it. Yeah, so over at Mike Whiskey 0 Radio Kilo Delta with 2 Mike 0 Tango November Mike. Yeah, I'm just trying to persuade John to chip in. He's listening to us, OBU, he's listening to us there, but he's not sure if he can transmit at the moment. But possibly might try. I'm actually chatting to him, George, on Skype at the moment there. We'll maybe hear a bit of him later there. Over to you, Russ, and nice to hear that was Mike there. He's coming through very nicely. I understand his hearing aid is on the point. Over to you, Russ. Mike Whiskey 0, Radio Kilo Delta, 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike.
Okay, thanks, Paul. EI7KO, MW0 RKD. Yeah, I could, well, obviously I'm close to about 30 miles away from Mike, so on 80 metres. Sometimes it's, well, you know how it goes when you're close. Sometimes it doesn't work, but does 300 or 400 miles away. But his audio's cutting through nicely. It's, as I said before, it's pretty feisty tonight, but anyway, my mast is down. It's been down for a while. The stump mast is slightly bent really, so I've not really been winding the mast up recently. I've got a tendency to wind it up and then forget and go out, and then it doesn't go anywhere, it just flaps around a bit. Yeah, I've got in the habit again of winding it right down, unless I really need to go and wind it up again. But there you go. Anyway, I've been fairly busy today, but I was home at 3 o'clock and then tidied up my van, which I've been meaning to do for about a month. So I look all professional now. And okay on the 55 watts there, George, it's working well. A lot of wire in the air there, 204-foot doublet, so that'll certainly be helping. I wonder whereabouts in Ireland you are. I've got a feeling, well, we have spoke before. I can remember, I'm pretty sure I can remember speaking to you a while ago in the middle of the night, but for some reason it's not in my log. But there you go, I'm a bit patchy with logging. Round 2, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar, from Mike Whiskey 0, Romeo Kilo Delta, over.
Yeah, okay, Ross, no trouble. The QDH here is Athlone, which is right in the centre of the country, right in the centre. So that's where I am. Kind of a location that's synonymous with radio. Used to have a big medium wave transmitter here for a long time. So sadly though, it's defunct and no longer in use. So but Athlone was featured on the tuning dial of quite a lot of the domestic receivers for a long time. So there you are. But yeah, your great signal's very, very loud. So I just hadn't bothered tuning up the box there. So I just said I'd go barefoot and see how I got on. So you don't seem to have any trouble hearing me anyway. So that's a good thing. And no other news other than that. Just kind of messing about here. And I heard you guys on, so I said I'd jump in and say hello. So I'll kick it back to you. And I'm not sure what the order is. A couple of the other stations there, I'm struggling with them, to be honest. I can't hear them. They're way down in the noise. So I'll put it back to you, Russ, and you can pass it to whoever. So Mike Whiskey 0, RKD Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar, over.
Yeah, okay, I will pick it up, NW0 RKD, forgot the call sign. I'll just check I'm not doubling. Yep, okay, George. Yeah, that's it, Athlone, I remember that. I've been to Athlone, not for a long time, but many years ago working, so yeah, I can very well, if I was there I would probably remember it, but you know, the layout of the town and what have you, but off the top of my head, I can't bring it to mind, but I know I've been through there. Is that not far from Tullamore? Am I thinking no? Yeah, Tullamore's a bit further south, isn't it? Anyway, I've picked it up because I'm going to jump out. I've got to get up early tomorrow, so I come on early. I'm just going to, if Mike, if you're listening, I don't know if you want to have a 5 minutes on 2 meters. I'll put the rig on in case, just while I'm shutting things down here. A quick catch up, but other than that, I'll leave you to it. Paul's sounding good now. That microphone, after this morning, it's sorted, and yeah, it's really natural. I'll pass it to you, Paul, and thanks for the chat, guys, and I'll leave you with it. 2M0 TNM MW0 RKD. Catch up with you tomorrow, probably, Paul.
Thank you, Ross. Yes, yeah, nice to catch you tonight there. Have a good retest there on 2 meters there. And we'll no doubt catch up with you tomorrow. Nice to hear Mike there, if he's still listening. Yeah, we'll catch up with you again too sometime. Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar with 2 Mike 0 Tango November, Mike. Yeah, I think last time we were talking about audio when we had and processors and stuff like that. Well, I managed to get the TX going on the 870 just using that Chainwood audio program there. I've actually had it on the computer for a long time, but I've kind of forgotten all about it. But it's okay. What's okay? But the computer's a bit slow, so if I start to do anything, if I start to open programs or anything like that, the audio gets a wee bit kind of juddery, as I think you would call it. But on the whole, it's quite a successful test there. Yeah, so yeah, good stuff. Over to you, George. Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar with 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike.
Yeah, no problem. 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike, EI7KO with the group. So all good. All good there. As I said, a couple of the guys there struggling with them, and I can't really hear them, but just having a bit of a tuning around on 80 here to see what's happening. So heard you guys there, so I said I'd jump in and say hello. So I hope all is good and you had a good day and all that good stuff. So I'm going to bow out now, gentlemen, and have a spin down the band and see what else I can rustle up. So nice to hear you guys again, and we'll do it again pretty soon. And you all take care and have a good week ahead. So put it back to you, Paul. 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar. Listening briefly, and then I'm going to QSY.
Thank you, George. Nice to hear you tonight. Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar, signing with 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike. Yes, hope we can pick each other up again soon there, and you have a good evening there. I'll be kicking about till 10 o'clock or so, and just enjoying playing the radio tonight. All the best for now. Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar, signing with 2 Mike 0, Tango November Mike. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 7-3 all.
Tan interesante.
Y después de que Franco está ahí en la tumba metido abajo, que ya nadie se acuerda de él, va alguien y lo saca afuera. Bueno, leer el artículo y lo comentamos, aunque sea por teléfono. Venga, don Ángel, me voy a quedar un poquito más porque después de que están los amiguetes por aquí, pues no vamos a escapar, ¿no? 1 de noviembre, 2 Quitunión.
Ok, Juanjo, Eco Alfa 2, Quitunión, para Eco Alfa 1, Charlie Yankee Kilo, esta que transmite Eco Alfa 1, May Noviembre. Bueno, Alfonso ya se retiró, pero si todavía está la escucha ahí desde el comedor, pues Alfonso, las buenas noches, que tenga sido un buen amanecer y que no lo digas eso.
Pero bueno, en la lata tú tienes conservantes, en todo, en los pasteles, en todo. En fin, que sano, natural, pues no hay nada, ¿no? Pero bueno, hay cosas ya que se desmadran ahí. Una nutrición completa. Hay que comer de muchas cosas y variadas. La fruta es una de las cosas que tiene antioxidante ahí, que da vida a la fruta, comer muchas frutas, eso es buenísimo. La lechuga es buenísima, la lechuga tiene una cantidad de calcio y hierro que no nos podemos imaginar. Mira una lechuga, como le falta el aporte de calcio, no sé si habéis observado, no lo observáis.
Y muy listo para otra, así que...
It does everything. It is automatic windscreen wipers, leads, all automatic headlights, dip and up. Oh, it does a lot. It does all that. I don't like them. I like the old one. I don't like that new one. It's too much. They're very nice. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like them. I could have got one of them. I just don't like the things at all. I went looking at them. I kept just saying, no, I don't want one of them flipping things. I don't like it. Gail did. Gail liked it, but I didn't like it. Oh, blooming horrible. Don't like it. It's just like a big brick. I know they get up and go, like, you put your toe down, they can't one past me, come up slip road, past me one day, that flipping Nora, what was that? I could feel draft, you know. How it wake, it was blowing me about, it went past that quick. But I just thought, I don't like it. They're very nice, they're very comfortable, they're lovely, I can imagine. But I didn't like, it wasn't for me, it just wasn't my style at all, you know. Mind you, having said that thing of mine will get up and go, you know, pick its feet up. It's a bit weak when you put your toe down. If you're not watching it, it'll take... I mean, I set off to the eat out of a junction. Somebody give me go-ahead like, and I pulled halfway across thing. Another fella stopped and gave me... And I put my foot down with throttle and, you know, it took steering on a bit of a lock like, and traction control kicked in, and it flipping heck, it was dancing me all over the place. Whoa, back off. It's a bit airy. No, but yeah, no, they're nice. I like it, but I don't like it. I mean, saying that, you know, I don't like it. I don't like the looks of them, but they are very, very nice. Yeah, you can well imagine. All that luxury pack and them things outside at doors where you put your feet on, runner boards. What is it, a boat?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, you know what they're like, these blooming lads. I mean, my lad in a quite 30 yet, 29. And he's full of it, you know. And he works on them for a living, like, you know, all top of the range Rovers, Discoveries, Freelanders, and what have you. He says, well, I like working on Freelanders. He says, why not? He says, well, it's a bit of a come down when you've been on the top of the range, you know, Range Rover. And you know, Mike, I went up to Jack, well, I called on him when we was coming back off holiday. When we was on his way back from the airport. And pulled up outside, went in garage, and they got a Range Rover, yeah, the Range Rover in the garage, right? And they were putting new turbos on, twin turbos they are. And you know what, Mike, to do that, you have to lift the whole body off the chassis to change the blinking turbos. And I walked in and I saw this body up in there. I said, what are you doing here? He said, we're changing turbos. I said, what are you doing with body off? He said, you've got to do that for changing turbos. I couldn't believe it. Take the whole body off. I said, well, how long does it take me to get that off? He said, about 2 hours. There's 10 big bolts that go into the chassis. And then, like, your bits and bobs, you know, your inner wings and all that sort of crap, and wiring and pipes. But, yeah, set the whole bloody body off, like, just to change the blinking turbos over.
Oh, that's Land Rover for you, isn't it? I mean, they've all been a bit like that all their life, haven't they? Body fastened to the chassis. You can do that with our David's old Land. They take body off and leave all engine and gearbox all fat there, I know. That's been their way for ever since they started, really, hasn't it? They're all 8 of them, but I know all I did. Stuart Houghton down at Copley Motors. I know him personally. I've known him for years. And we went looking at that. We're looking at Freelanders, looking at them and looking at them all. He says, you don't want one of these, Michael. I says, why not? He says, it won't stop on drive. Oh, no, it won't. I'll be going all over the place in it. He went, no, they just want to nick them. Everybody wants to nick them. He says, you get a Freelander, nobody will touch it. But one of these, I just want to take it off at drive all the time. You got to keep your eye on it, you know. Just got to chained down and sleep in it. Oh dear, it's like them Volts. I was going to get one of them GTDs. I want one of them. She wouldn't have one, like Mrs. She said no. She said, oh, DJQ, she said, oh, MJ. She said, no, I don't want one of them. Why not? Come on, live it up a bit, live life a little, you know, let's have a bit of fun. Well, they're the same, they won't stop on flipping drive. My wife's sister's daughter's other half's got the R-line. And it won't stop on drive. They keep having a go at it. You know, everybody wants to have a go at it. They just want to take his car. I don't care, it's a blooming lease job and all. But all they want to do is take it, so it just won't stop. They're forever at it. They've bust windows, they've done all sorts. They've tried to get it out, swap keys. She said it's a nightmare. I can't sleep at night because everybody wants to pinch the damn thing, so I'm not having one of them good.
No, well, that's just the thing. The thing is with something like that, Mike, they're so sought after, for all the stories and everything on them, and you know, it's getting them over the water and basically cut them up on the spares, you know. I market spares. I mean, it's sacrilege, but it does happen, as you know, and you've just highlighted it. I mean, everything's so damned expensive as well with them, isn't it? You know, I mean, you imagine, I mean, we take our motors in for a turbo, probably 500 or 600 quid, you probably get it done. I hate to imagine, you know, when you've got to start taking bodies off, right, and change 2 turbos and all that, you're probably talking 4 or 5, 6 grand just to change the running turbos on that thing, you know, but...
No doubt, I can well imagine, yeah. Can well imagine. But you see, when I went looking at them, I said, what's warranty on stuff, you know, what's your warranty or Land Rover warranty? And how long's that? Well, it depends how much is left on it. So I said, if I get one that's out of warranty, they ain't got no warranty, I got your warranty. Yeah, a month, 2 months. So I don't want that. I want that. I want something with a lot of warranty. So I went looking at Kias, didn't I? And they're alright. There's nothing wrong with them, they're good. But they're not what they used to be. But I looked at it this way, I thought, my next door neighbour got one like and had a go in that, exactly the same as one I've got. It's beautiful, and he's run them now for, I think he's on his 4th Kia. And he runs them, he's got them on okey-chokey, like, you know, he hasn't paid cash for them, but he's got it on okey-chokey, so he runs them like for 2 or 3 years, and then he generally chops them in, because there's still a lot of warranty left on it, and he was amazed on his last one. I think he had that 3 year, and he went looking at the new one, this one, and I mean, they didn't stop making it. Well, they haven't stopped making it. They just that particular spec's not made no more. But the car's the same, 2018, 19, same car, but the spec's slightly, higher on them. And they offered him 17,000 quid. Again, the new one. He went, how much? He says, well, it's still got a lot of warranty left on it. We can offer you 17 grand. He looked at his missus and he said, I can't go wrong. Stop this. He said, I'm having a new one. So they come over with a new one. They come over with a new one. But he told him what he wanted. He said, I want one the same as your demonstration here. Same colour, everything. And the guy said, well, we ain't got one just as yet, but we can get you one, so we'll get me one then. If you can come up with that. And that's what I did, and then he gave me a go in it like, so I went round in it, and I says, hey, I were a bit, you know, I thought, oh, Kia, blooming Korean, but they're not necessarily made in Korea. When you look at the spec on it, it's got Canadian running gear on it, and it's not all made in Korea, it's made in all over the world. But they're good. I was amazed. I thought, wow, it's not what I expected. In fact, it's very, very good, you know. There were 1 or 2 little things that they could have picked up on and made a bit better, but, you know, it's something to note, like. Something to note. Neither here nor there. It don't make a great lot of difference, but it's only little things, like, but everything else, the whole scenario of everything, all the toys in it and whatnot, it's got it on. It drives its bloody self down motorway. So it tells you to put your hands on the steering wheel. You steer his head that stupid road going.
Amazing, aren't they? Yeah. He's a DJQ. Yeah, well, going back to that on the job, you know, when I was in there for a week, there's one there that really did take me on. I think that was in the showroom. Brand spanking new Civic Type R. Now that was a nice little kit. But obviously they got the nice price tag to go with it. I think that was something like 33 and a half grand or something like that. Yeah, it was silly money. But the spec on it, it was way over 300 brake horse for starting it.
Yeah, roger. I mean, tonight I'm just using barefoot. Just 100 watts tonight, no amplifier switched on.
Lima 2 Golf Brazil, Security. Yankee Lima 2 Golf Bravo.
We can make my radio work from the USA.
Het is toch zo besser. Ich sag mal, wir haben ab zu 20.
25 watts. So that should make a wee difference there. But yeah, I've only just recently been messing about with VHF properly. I've had it, for a number of years, but I'm very slow. I'm a very slow learner, John, but I'll get there in the end. Mike 6 Oscar Foxtrot Alpha with 2 Mike 0 Tango November, Mike.
Yeah, Roger, Paul. Mike 6 Sierra 70. Okay, Paul. I think I'll have to look into a filter, a noise filter of some kind there.
Tango, you are 5 and 6. 5 and 6. My name is Gary. Roger. Roger. Thank you for the nice QSL. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike, bye-bye. Thank you. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike. EW 1 Mike. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Whiskey 1 Mike.
Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Italy Kilo again.
Echo Italy 7 Kilo Ontario. Echo Italy 7 Kilo Ontario, over.
No, sorry, I cannot get your call sign. I can hear brilliant audio. I can hear good audio, but your signal is so weak, over.
Yeah, okay, we try again one more time. Echo India number 7 Kilo Ontario. Echo Italy 7 Kilowatt Oscar. Echo India number 7 Kilo Ontario, over.
Now let's begin from the beginning. What is your prefix? Only prefix, over.
Echo Italy. Echo India. Echo India, over.
This is Echo Whiskey number 1. Mike. Can you try to repeat your call again, over?
Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario. Echo Italy 7 Kilo Oscar. How copy, over?
Echo Italy 7 Kilo Ontario. Hello, my friend. Hello. Brilliant audio.
at the beginning I found that the audio is brilliant, but I couldn't understand even a word of it.
No problem, Gary. No problem. I was only running barefoot when I called first, 60 watts or something like that, and I went off frequency and tuned up the old amplifier. So we have a little bit more coal on the fire now. Over.
What was the question?
No, I was just saying I have a little more fuel on the fire now. More watts, about 400 watts now. Over.
Yeah, I'm using 800 whiskey, 800 whiskey, but conditions are terrible, over.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very good now. You're just about 5 dB over S9 here, just about 5 dB over S9. QDH here, Athlone, right in central Echo, India. I'll spell Alpha, Tango, Hotel, London, Ontario, November, Echo, Athlone, right in the centre of EI. So you're 5'9" plus about 5, Gary, over.
Roger, you're 5'8", 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", something like that, Roger?
Yeah, very good, but you know, it is what it is, and you're very good, decent audio, and nice and strong and stuff like that. So no problem. So have you worked many stations on 80 here this evening, or have conditions been very bad? Over.
Yeah, conditions are very, very bad, but anyway, every 3 or 4 minutes I work a station from West Europe, over.
Yeah. I was on for a while last night, and 80 was kind of the same. It didn't really want to play for a while, and I went off to 40 for maybe an hour or so, and I came back then after that, and it seemed a little better. That was like 1 a.m. local time, and it was a lot better than it had been around 11:30 local time. So I don't know. Up to last week, 80 had been pretty reliable here for kind of short skip conditions within EI and the UK and stuff like that. But it seems to be acting a little strange now. Come 10:30, 11 p.m. at night, Gary, over.
Roger. You're absolutely great. And at the same time, I switched on web LDR receiver in Estonia, and you sound more better, much better, I should say. That situation. Please remind me your equipment, especially audio equipment, please. Over.
Yeah, okay, Gary, no problem. The transceiver here is an ICOM 7300, ICOM 7300, about 400 watts at the moment out of a very old Drake L7 linear amplifier. And the antenna is a 60-meter long doublet. It's inverted V, and the feed point is about 21 meters above the ground. And the microphone is a Shure Sugar Mic 7 Baker, a Shure Sugar Mic 7 Baker, and running through some external Behringer processing equipment, and injected into the accessory port on the back of the radio. Bandwidth 3K, 3 kilohertz wide, and we try to do our best with it. It's a part of the hobby that we're particularly interested in, Gary. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar, over.
Echo Italy 7, Kilo Oscar, Echo Whiskey 1, Mike. Good, absolutely good. Okay, Mike, Sugar Mike 7 Delta, made by Shure, makes excellent job. I think that is dynamic, Mike, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, Roger. It's Sugar Mike 7 Bravo. Sugar Mike 7 Bravo. Dynamic mic. I don't actually have it that long. I was using a condenser. I was using one of the cheap Chinese condensers for a long time, and I decided to buy myself a present of a decent microphone, Gary. So I only have this microphone maybe 3 weeks now, maybe 4 weeks. I'm not too sure, but we don't have it all that long. Over.
Roger, Roger. Absolutely good. Good audio. I'm using a condenser mic. Rode broadcaster. Normally I use a T-Bone Sierra Charlie Tango 700 model. But now it's order. The heater of the tube is not working. It stopped working. The tube, the UL triode contains two heaters. One of the heaters disappeared, and I have to change the tube. I cannot do that fast because this microphone, the T-Bone mic, does not contain a tube socket. The tube pins were soldered directly to the PCB socket. That's ugly practice, and it's hard to change the tube. Oh boy, nothing can be done. I have several mics, and one of them is auxiliary mic, old broadcaster. Echo Whiskey 1 mic. Roger.
Yeah, very fine, Gary. Echo Whiskey 1, Mexico. Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar, all copied there. Well, the Rode broadcaster sounding very, very good, no problems, and fine on the tube microphone. Sounds a little tricky, all right. Sounds a little tricky. Not a lot of space inside some of those, and can be very, very awkward, difficult to do anything with them. And you really want to take your time and make sure you do it right, because very easy to send it to the scrap bin if you're not careful, Gary. So there you go. Anyway, I will leave you to it and make some more calls and see what else you can do. And I might move up the band a little and see who else is around. So very nice to bump into you and get you in the log. So hopefully we do it again sometime soon. And super signal from Belarus this evening, Gary. And really, really nice to hear you. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar, over.
Roger. Echo Italy 7 Kilo Oscar, Echo Whiskey 1, Mike. All understood about your radio, your microphone, your audio equipment, but I missed information maybe about your linear amplifier. Are you using any power amplifier, please? Over.
Yeah, Roger. I have a very old Drake Lima 7, a Drake L7 with a pair of 3-500Z tubes in there. 3-500Z tubes. Very, very old amplifier. Over 40 years old, but very, very solid old workhorse and bulletproof, Gary, over.
Do you mean glass triodes? 3-500 tubes, Roger?
3-500Z, 3-500 Zulu, over.
Yeah, sorry. 3-500 Zulu. Hey, fantastic. What is the plate voltage, Joe?
Say again?
What is the plate voltage, Joe?
2800, 2800 at 1 amp, over.
Okay, 2800 under 1 amp, Roger?
Roger.
boy, that's absolutely good.
Yeah, it's a really good amplifier. Very, very old, and a little awkward when you're changing from one band to the other because all manual, so everything has to be tuned, and you have to take your time and do it right. But I have it quite a long time now, Gary, so all the settings are in my head. Over. All right, Ton.
I'm using Russian tube GU81 mic. That is a glass pentode. It looks like a 2-liter glass can, and I use it under 2800 volts, 2800 volts, and the current only 0.5 ampere. 0.5 ampere instead of your 1 amp, over.
Ah, yeah. Well, the 1 amp is at full excitation, so it's only showing me about 250. About 250 milliamp there at the moment, not giving it an awful lot of drive, about 25 watts of drive, maybe 20, not too sure, but only tickling it, Gary. I don't tend to drive it very hard. I don't need to. Over.
Roger. What is your antenna?
The antenna here is a doublet type antenna. It's 60 meters long. 60 meters long. It's inverted V, and the feed point is about 21 meters above the ground. And it is fed back to the shack with open wire feeder. Very, very old school antenna, Gary. Over.
Do you mean that each leg is 30 meters fed with open wire line, Roger?
Roger. QSL. Over.
And you should use the balance type of ATU, Roger.
Well, I have external ATU here. I don't use the ATU on the radio. Over.
No. If you brought open wire line to your radio shack, how do you connect balanced line with unbalanced output of your transceiver or power amplifier? Over.
Well, the ATU I have takes care of that. It's got posts on it for balanced line. I have a Dentron MT3000 and Mike Tango 3000 Alpha tuner, and it is able to handle open wire line. It has the posts on the back, Gary. Over.
Oh, does it handle open wire line too? Over.
Roger, yes. Open wire, coaxial, and long wire. Go ahead.
Oh, that is great. And is that automatic antenna tuner, Roger?
No, negative. It's also about almost 40 years old. It's manual as well, so I have to deal with the linear amplifier, and have to deal with the ATU as well. Both manual, Gary. Over.
Both manual. That is also good. I also use manual ATU, and I'm happy. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I have it a long time, so they don't give any trouble. The manual stuff doesn't really give any trouble. You hear guys complaining of some of the automatic stuff, relays and bandpass filters and all this carry on, giving trouble in some of it. But the power amplifier I have here and the ATU, there's nothing really in there to go wrong. It's pretty simple, Gary. Over.
Roger, I see you are well equipped over there. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the most modern piece of equipment I have here is the transceiver, and I have it about 2 years now. I got it I got it brand new radio, first one I ever buy brand new, and all the other equipment I have a very very long time, so I wouldn't get rid of it. It's very good, and for what I do, I tend to rag chew on 80 meters or 40. Sometimes go on 20, and I just kind of sit on the one frequency and talk. So I'm not really interested in rapid QSY, Gary. Over.
Roger. Echo Italy, 7 kilowatt Ontario, Echo Whiskey 1, Mike. Roger. My friend these days are buying Icon 7300. He was not sure if radio is good or bad, but anyway, at last he made a choice. He accumulated some information about that radio from the forums on internet. And also, as I was informed by my friends, no problem with this radio. I have given this information to him, and he made a choice and ordered the IC7300 brand new in St. Petersburg, and waiting now for that. So hope when it comes, he will be happy. Over.
Oh yeah, very good. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar returning. He will be very very happy, Gary. He will be very very happy. You know, the 7300, it cost like about $1,500 or so. Are there radios better? Yes, there are. But what happens is they have to compare it to radios that cost $4,000, $5,000, and say, oh well, it's not as good as them. Well, you wouldn't expect it to be, but for what the 7300 costs, the ability of the transceiver is very very good. The receiver is quite good in it, and really really pleased with it, Gary. I have no intentions of getting rid of it, and very very happy with it. The previous transceiver I had before the 7300 was a Yaesu FT920, and I had that for about maybe 11 years. So I tend to keep radios for a long long time, and I'm not one of these people that have 5, 6, 7, 8 HF transceivers in the radio room. I only ever have one. I don't even have a backup transceiver. So I just stick with the one radio, and very very pleased with it, Gary. I have to say it does everything I want it to do, and it does it very well. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar.
Roger, all understood. EI7KO, Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, right back. Okay. So I will pass this information to my friend. He must be happy with the Icon 7300. He is really good friend of mine. He was very active in the media and the end of the 90s. And then he had a break for 10 years' time. Now he is coming back to our hobby over again. Back to you, over.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes anyway. But he'll be very very pleased with it, Gary. He'll be very very pleased. It takes a little while to learn how to drive it. It's a little different than conventional analog type radio. So few small little things you need to learn, and you do a little bit differently than you would do with analog type radio. But plenty of information on the internet, and if he has a look at my YouTube channel, if he puts my call sign into YouTube, I have quite a few videos there on the 7300 showing how to do how somebody that's new, showing them how to do different things with the radio. So there you go. Anyway, Gary, I think we'll leave it there now, and I'm going to move along and see who else is about. So nice to speak to you, and if your friend needs to give me an email or anything like that, my address on QRZ is good, and hopefully we'll hear you again sometime soon. So best 73, and all the very best from Echo India land. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar.
Roger. How many kilometers are you from Waterford? Over.
Oh, at least 200, I would say. Over.
Oh, far away. I have two friends in Waterford. One lives in Waterford, other in the suburbs of Waterford. Do you understand my English well? Over.
Oh, no problem. I wouldn't fault it. It's very, very good. I'm not sure what language you speak in Belarus. I'm not really sure. Russian, is it?
When I met first my friends in Ireland about 8 or 10 years ago, I could hardly say a word with them. Because I found that their English is absolutely different from British way of speaking or something like that. At least, for me, it was absolutely difficult to speak with my friends from Ireland. But every day we were talking on Skype. Every night, every day, and our conversation lasted for several hours time. And there are many people took part in our conversation. And that was absolutely great practice for me. Now no problem to understand Irish people always.
Yeah. Well, I think I work with quite a lot of guys from Poland and Lithuania and places like that, and they always say that the biggest challenge when they come here first to understand Irish people, it's all the different accents. There are so many different accents here, and Irish people they tend to use quite a lot of slang words. So that probably makes it all the more difficult. Over.
Sorry to say, we have QRM from East Ukraine. We have very heavy QRM now from East Ukraine. They broadcast some radio news, not radio. They broadcast news from war territory. They are doing bad job, doing that bad thing on radio amateur bands. Every evening they are jamming this frequency, especially when they hear English speech. They ignore everybody and everything. That's the situation. That is eastern part of Ukraine, new so-called independent republics in Donetsk and Lugansk cities, areas. Okay, time to go, maybe to sleep, I don't know. I will see. I don't like to be on the air under heavy jamming stations. That's the situation. So anyway, thanks a lot. I really enjoyed, as always, talking to you. Hope to continue talking to you another day, another time. Echo Italy 7 Kilo Oscar. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike Gary from Belarus. Over.
Yeah, okay. Echo Whiskey 1 Mike, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar. Pleasure all been this side, Gary. The pleasure has all been this side. So hopefully we'll do it again some other time. And you take care and have a good week. And 73 from everybody here. Echo Whiskey 1, Mike, Echo India 7, Kilo Oscar 73, and bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye, and till we meet again, all the best. Thank you very much for the most interesting content. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, cheerio. E0 LFA, Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario, to Echo 0 Lima Foxtrot Alpha, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar. How about it, Tom? Well, is it June, Tone? 2E0 LFA, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Yeah, okay. 2E0 LFA. Very good evening, George. Long time no speak. Well, I hope all's well with you. Cracking signal. 20, peaking 30 over at times, George. So, band seems in good order, buddy. And like I said, hope all's well with you. And I hope you're enjoying that vape. Back to you, George.
Yeah, indeed. 2E0 LFA, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar. Yeah, it's been a while, Tone. Been busy. Been busy working, and look, you know how it goes. It just it's the way it works out with me sometimes, Tone. You mightn't hear me for 10 days, and then I kind of go crazy for a while. But I was on here last night till about 1 o'clock in the morning as well, so we had a bit of a blast. But I wasn't on 40. It kind of bailed out early on me, and I went to 40, and we were working all sorts of stuff there, and bit of the States, and and then back across into Europe, Austria, Belgium, places like that. So it was very strange, and finished up on 160 then for about 20 minutes or half an hour before I went to bed, and had a bit of a chat with the boys on 33. And I went off to bed then. It must have been 1:30, 20 to 2. Very, very late for me, Tone, over.
Yeah, okay, George. Oh, wow. You brave going there. 1933. Oh, dear. Excellent. Yeah, good stuff. Well, look, you say, sometimes we all get busy, and we don't have the time for the radio, do we, I suppose? So, it's a case, really, then, excuse me, it's a case of as and when, really. But to be honest, I've not really. I've literally turned on about, what would it have been? Probably 20 minutes, half hour ago. And I heard you on, and then and I thought, my phone lit up. I looked through the phone, and I saw what you were doing. I thought, oh my days, I've called in on there. I didn't know whether you were busy doing other things there, so, but there we go. Fine business. Not really heard much from Rowley. I hope all's well with him. And who else have I not heard from? Dale. He's gone to he'll be at the Land Rover show, won't he? I think. I'm sure he said he was off. He was coming over this side of the water, George, back to you.
Yeah, he was. I think I'm not too sure, to be honest, Tone. But I think Rowley is busy. No more than myself. I think he was on earlier on. I had a text from him there. He was on earlier, so I think he bailed out early. But other than that, Tone, nothing strange here. All quiet. How are you getting on with your pedal?
I must say, it's beautiful. It really is. It takes the big foot, lovely, and yeah, I think it's excellent, George. Very comfy. takes a bit of getting used to, because you can literally leave your foot on the bugger. Just leave it on there. And, yeah, well, I think it's brilliant, George. Very sturdy, very well made, and no issues whatsoever. A nice, easy transition. I plugged in the spare lead that I had here, and, yeah, just works a treat, George, yeah.
Ah, very good, very good. I'm glad you're happy with it, you know. And you know, it is extremely heavy duty tone, you know, and you know, it'll take any abuse that you give it, you know. So once you're happy with it, that's all that matters, you know. I haven't made any since that, no, but you know what people are like. They probably look at them and they go, oh, I'd make one of them myself. But sure, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But if anybody wants me to make them one, I'll most certainly do it. No problem at all. But I ain't going to do it for free, Tone, over.
No, not at all, George. 2E0, LFA, returning. No, I don't blame you. And to be honest, I don't mean this in a bad way. I wish you to make hundreds of them and be successful. But I quite like being different. And it's a bit of a different thing. Not many have got it. So I prefer it that way, if I'm honest. I prefer it that way. I'm happy that I'm one of the limited few that have one, Georgia.
Ah, yeah. 2E0 LFA, EI7KO Oscar. And Rowley's got one now as well, and I gave Dale one as well, and you've got one, and there's one spare one out in the shed because I made an extra one the last time. So, but I have a plan on a slight little tweak in the design, and we might knock one of them together and see how that comes out. Just for pig iron, Tony, over.
Yeah, okay, Georgia. Well, like I said, I'm very happy with this one. I think it's great. Like I said, comfy. Took a bit of getting used to, because you're not used to being able to just solely rest your whole foot down on the thing. But and you're quite gentle with the end of your foot. Putting too much pressure on. Anyway, with that, you just learn to, you know the pedal, you know that it'll take all your weight, and it's quite mad how you just shift that bit of weight to your tiptoes and it just presses down. Yeah, I think I've broke it in a bit more now, so it just works. It's silky, George. I'm very happy indeed. So there we go. Anyway, this big storm. Isn't it heading your way, George? Any signs of it your way yet? Storm Helena, I do believe, from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, okay. 2E0 LFA, EI7KO returning. It's a bit blustery here, but I wouldn't really class it as a storm. It's just a bit blustery, but I think it's changed direction, and I don't know, is it going to be as bad as they say, but who knows. But I don't mind. Everything is very secure here, antenna-wise, so it won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere, but there you go. I would like to have a big tower or something now. You'd be kind of worrying then. But yeah, fine on the pedal tone, and the way that they're made, once you have the pedal fully pressed down, you can't break the switch, because it's set up in such a way that when the pedal is fully depressed, that the switch is in just the right spot, that it will be activated and no more. So you know, you don't have to worry about breaking the switch or whatever. It just won't happen. But yeah, it does take a little while to get used to it, as you said, because there aren't any pedals out there that you can rest the whole weight of your leg on. Not to my knowledge anyway, because that's why I made them. Because all the other ones, you couldn't do that. You kind of had to, you had to be hovering your foot over it all the time, which resulted in my case a pain in my ankle and up the back of my calf. So I kind of I kind of got this idea in my head of making up one, and it took about maybe 7 or 8 incarnations before it got to where what you've got under your foot there. And even since that now, I'm after having more ideas. So God knows what I'll come up with next, Tony. 2E0 LFA, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar.
Yeah, okay. George, lovely transmission again then. 25, peaking 30 over there. Really strong feathers. No, we can call this one the Mark 1 then, can we? The Mark 1. And then we've got a Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 5 to look forward to. Yeah, I'll definitely be interested in the modifications, and yeah, you'll keep me posted, I know you will. But there we go. Yeah, fine business on the Storm. I think they've done a bit of scaremongering in the papers, I think, because they've touted this monster storm, as they always do. But I don't think they got the facts right, to be honest, because I've paid attention to it, because we were going to catch the side of it. But apparently now we're lucky if we see 35 to 40 mile an hour gusts. Wow, that's nothing really to worry about. I don't class that as a tropical monster, as it was touted in the one newspaper I read online. So I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they sort of over-exaggerate. I don't know. I could say something, but I better not. I'll get shot down for saying that. But there we go. Anyway, did you were doing some tweaking and adjustments for the audio? I wonder. I mean, it sounds as good as always, but I wonder, did you get to a point and get some different settings, George, or are you pretty much settled where you are now with that new microphone? EI7KO Oscar from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, okay, 2E0 LFA EI7 Kilo Ontario returning. Yeah, well, myself and Rowley went at it here one night, and we were at it for quite a while. And but the problem we had, without sounding disrespectful, we were I think we were around 750 or 755 or something like that, and we were trying to. We were going through this and going through that, but there was so many people calling in that it kind of it ended up the whole thing where it should have took an hour. It took almost 3, and the only reason that we stopped was because we lost the band, and it just seems to be something that's happening with 80 now of late, Tony. It just seems to pack the bags and storms off at 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. So we kind of got it to where it is now, but I haven't done anything with it since. Now, that's not to say that I won't. I think there's more in it, Ton. I think there's more in it. So. But myself and Rowley will sit down there some night, and we'll see what else we can extract from it. And but I reckon there's more in it, Tone. Over.
Yeah, okay, George. Well, it sounds bodacious as ever. It sounds lovely. But I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll tweak it and get it to exactly where you want it. But I mean, I think most of us are at a point now where it's just a fine tweak, isn't it? I think. I might be saying that, and someone might say, "Oh, that sounds rubbish." But I like what I hear, and I know what I like. And to me, yours sounds like it really only needs, if anything, just a very minor tweak. I've got a couple of different settings put into mine at the moment. But what I made sure I could do first was, give me a second, George, and I'll be back 1 second. I'm literally less than a second.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 2-0, LFA returning. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I've got put some different settings in. And I think most importantly for me was, and what a lot of people sort of do and they forget, is being sure they can get back to where they started. If you've got somewhere where you're happy, you need to make sure you can get back there. Otherwise, you could be in a whole world of trouble. So, plenty of pictures and notes on where I've got to be. And, yeah, I know I can go back if I need to, quite easily. Just a few sliders here and there, and it would all be put right. But, yeah, it's all, like you say, it's a hobby inside a hobby. Audio. We love it, George. Microphone.
Yeah, okay, Ton. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it must have let off early or something like that. Are you all right?
Yeah, all is good, George. It was my fault. I was a little keen with the switch. Foot switch, that is.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's look. The problem is with it, Tony. It's very subjective, you know, and an awful lot of people. I don't know what's the best way to describe it. They're just death down on it. They don't want to hear anything about it, and blah 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 blah. And you know, that's fine. That's okay. I would be the same now if somebody started rattling on to me now about digital modes or FT8 or whatever this week's current buzzword is. I wouldn't even look at it because I've no interest in it. But you know, I don't. When I hear somebody talking about it, I don't jump down their neck about it. That's what they enjoy doing, and let them at it. You know, there's room for everybody to do everything that they want to do. It's quite a diverse hobby, and there's a lot of different things that one can do if one so chooses. So you know, I just I don't understand the way some people have to be. How would you put it? You know, they have to be so. They have to be so coarse with their comments about it. If you don't like it, fine. That's okay, no problem. But you don't need to tell the whole world about it either. You know, as I always say, if you're not happy with what you hear, spin the dial. 'Cause that's what I do. And funny story, I've really backed off on Facebook. I don't do that much of it now anymore. I used to be very bad, and I just got fed up looking at it, to be honest with you. But I was on it yesterday for a little while, and I seen this post up from this guy, and it was a little video that he had made, and he was complaining that he had called this station that was on the band, and he said that the station ignored him, and because he was a foundation level call, and you know, he was having a bit of a rant about this. But I watched the video a few times, and you could quite clearly hear the station calling for DX, and your man wasn't DX, like, but apparently it was licensed snobbery. Why the DX station wouldn't answer him? But you know, there's so many different things you have to deal with in ham radio, and so many different people, and you know, different personalities, and you know, it's like meeting people, you know, in real life. I guess, you know, you'll meet people that you work with, or people on the street, or somebody in the shop or the petrol station, and you know, some of them are very nice, and some of them are complete arseholes. So that's just the way it goes, I guess. And it is what it is, as I'm famous to say, Tony. Over.
Yeah, okay, George. 2-0. LFA returning. Yeah, there are, I'm afraid, in all walks of life and what we do, there are people be a little too coarse, I suppose. I don't do Facebook at all. I don't have a Facebook account. I just got bored like you. I got bored of it. I didn't want it no more, so I got rid of it. But you know, I've had a few comments. You get loads, more than a few, loads. Somebody was saying the audio sounded nuts to me. This chap pops up, but no call sign, just you must be bloody deaf. It makes me laugh, it does. And then you get others that do talk to you, and it's a bit naughty, but you know, you get, like you said, that chap's moaning that the station wouldn't come back to him because he was a foundation, an M3, M6, whatever. But if he's quite clearly called for DX, then subject to where the station was, of course, then there's not really any snobbery there, is there? It's just the chap calling didn't listen to what he was asking for. He's asking CQDX, not just CQ. So yeah, people are too quick to I don't know, try and cause a row sometimes, I think. But there we go. It's night stranger than folk, George. That's a good saying my old mother and my nan used to say. Night stranger than folk. God bless them. EI7KO from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, I just left a little pause there, just to see. Yeah, somebody I actually used to work with used to say that. A guy a few jobs ago, and he wasn't even that old. He's actually younger than me, but he always used to say that as well. And you know what? It's a very accurate saying. But yeah, but look at the best way to deal with those unidentified comments, Tony, is just ignore them completely. Don't even acknowledge that you hear them, and that's what I do with them, because it's very easy to hide behind the microphone and the anonymity of the ether and start spewing out nasty comments there. So as I always say, if you're going to be a big man, back it up with your call sign so everybody will know who you are. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen, and just pay no heed to it, and don't even go there. As I said to you before, same with these idiots that are keying up and tuning and stupid noises and stuff like that. I don't even acknowledge them, because what happens is that they're only looking for a reaction. The same as these idiots with the comments and no call sign. All they want is for you to react to it. And they're sitting there then with a big smile on their face. Oh, I'm getting inside his head. So the best course of action to deal with people like that is not to give them what they want. And after 5 or 10 minutes, they'll get bored and they'll go somewhere else, Don. Over.
Yeah, spot on, George. That's exactly right, that is, yeah. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. There's another one for you. It is. If you can, ignore it and they will go away. They always do, don't they? But there we go. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Yeah, indeed. So we're doing a bit of you're doing a bit of a live stint here then, George. Looks very posh. Fair dues to you. Have you had to get any extra kit in to do that, George, or was it just stuff you had there anyway in the shaft to do it with?
It's just a bit of software that you run on the PC, Tone. It's OBS Studio. It's free software, and basically what you can do is you can pick multiple windows and different parts of whatever you have going on your desktop, and you can you set it all up and you hook it up to your YouTube account, and all you have to do is hit the button to start streaming, and it just all happens automatic. It just comes up on YouTube there all by itself, and it starts motoring away. And I don't know. It's just I did quite a bit of it a long time ago. I did a good few. I did a good few streams, and then I kind of just didn't bother. So I don't know. I've decided to do a few of them again every now and again. I won't be doing them all the time, but I suppose there's a lot of people out there that particularly guys that are freshly minted, as I call them, with a new ticket, and they mightn't be sure as to what way to go about things on the air. So I suppose like one guy just send me messages there, and he just say, "Oh, it's great." He said, "I love watching them because I kind of get a feel for what I can do, and how things should be and whatnot." So handy that way, and it's just a bit of fun, really, to be honest with you. Not looking to try and be better than anybody else or whatever, but I don't know. It's just a bit of fun, and I enjoy making all the technology work together and getting it all. I couldn't get my camera to work last night, but I found out what was wrong and got it sorted out earlier on this evening. Bloody Windows 10 acting this shite, but we got it sorted out there, so no problem. I just had to click a little. One of these virtual little slider switches that's in Windows 10 now, and where to allow access to the camera for the apps and stuff. And once I did that, away she went, no problem. So there you go. Other than that, no news. All is quiet. Was doing a bit of painting today. Still at these skirting boards, and I was doing the stairs today, all the spindles and stuff, and slow old work, but therapeutic all the same, listening to a couple of podcasts and stuff like that. So, it's it's just something to kind of while away the time. I was off today, and I'm off tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get finished what I'm doing tomorrow afternoon, and I'm almost done then. I've all downstairs done, have the stairs done, so all I'll have left to do is upstairs, the landing and the bedrooms. And of course then I'll have to start painting all the walls, she tells me, but you know how it goes. I don't mind, Tony. I actually enjoy painting. That probably sounds very strange, but I do like it. And once I get stuck into it and get my head in the frame of mind for painting, I'll do it for days and days on end. Tony, over.
Yeah, okay. George 2E0 LFA returning. Yeah, fine business, George. It sounds like you've got plenty to go at there, or you've done, or rather you've had plenty to go at. Sounds like you're almost finished up there. Well, all the metal work is completed. The ground sleeve that will be buried in the floor, metre deep, metre square basically, and the ground post is here as well. Little sleeve inside that goes in the floor, and then there'll be game on for the hex to go up. I'm just waiting on my buddy to come round with his bit of a disc cutter type thing. He's going to cut the concrete out, and we're going to get the hole dug in, get it all concreted in and filled up, and put some earthing in for the mast and the ground post and everything. And way to go. The hex will be up. I was hoping to have had it done early part of this week, but it's not going to happen until probably the weekend now. Maybe early next week. But looking forward to that, definitely. Funny actually, thinking of hex beams and DX and things like that. I was listening on 20 metres last night it was. I've got his call sign wrote down here in the book actually. Where did I write it? I'm on that page, I've lost it now. Anyway, a chap from Cape Town. He was a really, really good signal, but he had quite a few calling in, and I'm afraid I had no chance. Did try. done the beam round, but of no use. Wasn't hearing me. I think he must have had I don't know, 5 or 6 Italians all running super duper power, and I had no chance. But he was a good signal though, so it just goes to show, you know, the bands are not a complete wash. It's more of a lucky dip. You turn it on each day and, okay, it might be quiet, but then all of a sudden you might have that sort of freaky hour or two where you're hearing States, Cape Town, and maybe even VK, ZL. You're hearing all that, which, but sometimes you find it'll fade out as quick as it comes in, with the conditions the way they are, which are a little weird, to say the least. Look, like 80, like you said earlier, it's sometimes it's running quite late tonight actually, because normally about 10 half past, conditions are starting to fade, and that's the end of that. But that'll be my phone ringing, George. I'll pass it back to you from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, if you wanna take the call there, Tony, go ahead. I'll be here. Anybody else by the frequency? This station, Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario. Echo India number 7 Kilowatt Ontario. Broadcasting across HF and live on YouTube. And very special hello to Rolly, Echo India 5 Kilo Pacific, who's sitting there relaxing in his armchair and listening to us via the wonders of the internet. So good evening to you, Rolly, and everybody there. Hope you're well. From EI7KO Oscar. Shooting the breeze here with 2E0 LFA. But anybody else there that wants to say hello, make your call. This is EI7KO.
Mike India 0 Oscar Bravo Romeo.
Mike India 0 Oscar Bravo. I missed the last letter.
Yeah, it's Mike India 0 Oscar Bravo Romeo. MI0 OBR. Name here is Andrew. And I hope you can hear me okay. I've been playing about with microphones and things, and it's probably all a bit of a mess, but hopefully you can hear me anyway. Back to you, George, EI7KO from MI0 OBR.
Yeah, no sweat. MI0 OBR, Echo India 7 Kilo Ontario returning. Sounds fine. Andrew, no problem at all. And you're about 15... You're about 15 over with me there at the moment, so sounds okay. Messing around with microphones, you're talking to the right lad here now. That's one of my favourite pastimes. Go ahead.
Yes, I've been listening to you for about the last 5-10 minutes. I tend to come out the shed here, and I was looking up your QRZ page and admiring your setup. It looks fabulous. I see your audio gear. And basically the comfort you're sitting in while you're using the radio, and I was comparing that to me sitting here with my hoodie on and my hood up in the cold shed. But it looks very impressive. But about 6 months ago I bought a Shure microphone. I think it's an FM7 or something like that. I've forgotten now. I went through a wee phase. I bought a cheap boom and I bought this microphone. I bought a wee bearing, or I forgot what model it is. It's a little box with some flashing lights. I wired it all together, and it appeared to work, but I haven't had an awful lot of other reports on it. To be honest, I think I need to go away and do a bit more reading. But anyway, back to you, EI7KO from MI0 OBR.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, unfortunately now, Andrew, and I'm going to let you into a little secret here. Don't tell anyone, okay? When you wire it all together and you plug it all in and you get it working through the radio, and that's the easy bit. Getting it to sound right, that's what takes the time, over.
Yes, I'm discovering that. Sorry, the thing I bought was a Shark DST 110, and what I don't like about it is it's a little box. It's got a noise gate and things like that in it. but I would like to have something with actual knobs on it, whereas this is buttons. you can't really, sometimes it resets and you're not really sure. It confuses the life out of me. I think I need to get something with actual controls on it that I can work with. But I've been doing quite a lot. I'm sure people have probably heard me. I should invest in a dummy load because I have an old FT1 here, and I put the headphones on and listen to myself talking. So at about, with the power turned right down. But I have been caught on by, I live here in Bangor, and there was somebody locally overheard me doing all the boo-ah and things like that under the microphone. So back to you, George, from MI0OBR.
Yeah, very good. MI0 OBR Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar returning. I spent probably the guts of the best part of a year gathering up most of the stuff I have here, and I kind of was doing a bit of research and all that kind of stuff over that that period of time. And no more than yourself, I very quickly found out that getting it all to work and getting all the little lights to bounce up and down when you're talking, that's the easy bit, And I think maybe 18 months later, I had it to a stage where I was actually happy with it. It just was constant trial and error and messing with this and messing with that, and but you get there in the end. It's part of the fun, I guess. Figuring it all out and learning how it all works, and I get more emails from guys asking me about settings and how do you get this to work and how do you get that to work and blah, blah, blah. But I always tell them the same thing. It's always the first line of the reply to read all the manuals belonging to all the stuff they have, which are all available online for free. Read them about 5 or 6 times for each piece of equipment you have, and then start playing with it. Because if you don't know what it does and how it does it, you're on a hiding to nothing, Andrew. Over.
Yes, I think I realised that fairly quickly when this Shark DSP thing arrived. I quickly plugged it in, and at first I was getting
all right, Tom.
Weird noises coming out of the radio. Now I moved the microphone about, and I've got ferrites everywhere and things earthed, and to be honest, when I called in there, I was slightly worried that I would be getting a lot of noise in with me. I should. It became very obvious that there was a bit of reading to be done, and with this box, it doesn't look like the most straightforward thing in the world to somebody like me who hasn't a clue how to work it. I didn't give you a report, earlier. You're 20 over here, and your audio's fantastic. Yes, back to you, George from MI0OBR.
Yeah, okay. MI0 OBR Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar, and Tony is back 2E0 LFA, and very good. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something now, Andrew. Ferrite. Okay. I don't really agree with it. I don't have any ferrite on any of my audio cables anywhere. And from where the cable plugs into the microphone to where it gets to the back of the radio, after it goes through all the gear and all the little interconnecting cables and whatnot, I kind of roughly measured it out one night. It's in the region of 46 feet, and there's no ferrite on any of them. And if you have things done right and you're using the right cable, you don't need any of that. And the main thing that you need to be kind of looking at is isolating the radio from the audio gear through a DI box or big isolation transformer or something like that. So there's a very, very good site there. I think it's n9un.com or NU9N. I can never remember the call. And there's a section on that site. You'll see the TX setup, and read that a good few times. He explains an awful lot of stuff there. That once you read it a couple of times, it'll become very clear to you what you need to do. And fine on the signal report. I always get out well to the north there, up into Northern Ireland and Scotland and places like that. I always get really good reports, and you're quite strong here as well. You're almost 20 over as well, so you're doing fine. It sounds fine. I don't hear any RF on it. It sounds clean, but it does need a bit of work EQ-wise or whatever. But the Shark, quite a lot of guys use them, but you really need to have an EQ, an external EQ. Well, look, you don't need to. Somebody's going to jump in here now any minute and tell me you don't need one. You don't need one, but if you want total control over the equalization, you need to be doing it externally, because like most of the EQs in the radios, they're stacked or shelved. A lot of them are non-parametric, so you're very limited to what you can do. An external parametric EQ, you can do whatever the hell you want, so it's no problem. So there you go. Anyway, we'll bring Tony back in, and Tony's over there in Leominster. His call is 2E0LFA, Leominster's finest amateur, and we'll see how he's hearing you. 2E0LFA, we have MI0 Oscar Bravo Romeo. Andrew, he's up in Northern Ireland there. I wonder how you're hearing him, Tony. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, George. 2E0 LFA, returning from the phone call. Yes, indeed. Good evening to you, Andrew. MI0OBR, I think the call is. I seem to think, looking at your QRZ page, that we've worked before, but my real technical logbook, which is a sheet of paper, doesn't quite cover that far back. Maybe yesterday or the day before. But from what I caught of you, very quickly, you're about 10 to 15 over, so no problem at all. I'll pass it round to you. Just let me check. Yeah, MI0OBR from 2E0LFA.
Okay, thanks, Tony. Yes, you're nearly 10 over here. Very good signal, and you sound very good as well. We may have talked in the past. I don't know. I haven't loaded up my log yet. To be honest, I haven't been near the radio a lot recently. It's in my shed. And the shed's a bit of a mess, and I've had lots of other things to do. And I just took the head stackers tonight. Thought it would come out. I'll load up my log in a minute so that I can put these two contacts in. But I would come out here the odd night and tune around 80 meters or 40 meters, have a listen for a while, and then generally probably head into the house without actually making any contact. It's just when your phone rang there, I thought, oh well, there's no excuse. I did go through a wee phase there of FT8, but I've got a bit set up with that now. But anyway, yes, you're sounding very good here. Tony, back to you. 2E0LFA from MI0OBR.
Yeah, okay, Andrew, no problem. No problem. Up to 20 over then, so yeah, working absolutely fine. I did hear you say, I was listening whilst I was on the phone, that you've got a Shaw microphone, and as George said, sounds very, very clean, crisp sounding audio. So I think he gave you some good advice there with the external EQ. I wonder, just quickly, Andrew, are you still using the FT2000, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Then that website that George gave you will be of big interest to you and quite a good value to you. There's a few others as well. which off the top of my head I can't remember. But if you do get stuck and you want some more stuff to read to help with the setting up and that, please feel free to email me via QRZ, and I'll share these websites with you, which there's quite a bit big write-ups on the FT2000, the 2000, the 5000, and there's another one as well. I can't remember, but anyway, yeah. So you know,
it'll do 4K, Tone, won't it?
Really nice. So there we go. Anyway, rain to you, George. EI7KO from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, okay. From EI0, oh man, my head's getting fried now, Tone. Nearly time to go to bed. I was up too late last night. I was very bold. But yeah, the FT2000. Oh yeah, I was mad to get one of those, Andrew. I had an FT920 for a long time, and I must have had it 10 or 11 years. And I was mad to get an FT2000 for a long time. But I could never gather the coins together to get one because they were still big money at the time. But those will actually do 4K, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going from memory now. What's that guy out in America? K6 something or other. He has an audio website. He has a big write-up on the FT2000 because he had one for a long time and he was doing ESSB with it. And I think if you press a couple of buttons, Tony might be able to enlighten you to this because he's very familiar with those animals, and it'll do 4K wide then. But I don't know. I think the external EQ is the way to go. But you see, the problem is once you start going external like that, you need a preamp, you need an EQ, you need a compressor, and you need whatever else. But you can't just you could put an EQ on it, and but you're kind of not going to be able to drive the EQ properly without a preamp. So it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. But if you have a look around, this gear can be picked up like all the Behringer stuff. You can pick it up very, very cheap, if you look in the right places for it, because, it's while it might not be very good in a studio environment, it's very, very good for doing what we're at here, and it's very good with RF. It's well screened and stuff like that, so there you go. But I'm pretty sure that thing will do 4K. Will it tone over? That sounds like, what's his name? Jamie, is it? Yeah, just about, Jamie. M3 AMD EI7KO. Not terribly strong, but I can make you out. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, all good, can't complain there. We're just 2E0 LFA is on, and we have MI0 OBR as well. So I was just asking Tony a question there. So Tony, the FT2000 will do 4K, won't it?
Yeah, okay. Good evening, Jamie. How you doing? Yes, it will. It will indeed. There are some... I don't know if Andrew's got a pen there a minute. The website you're looking for is Kilo 6 Juliet Radio Foxtrot. That's Kilo 6 Juliet Radio Foxtrot. And there's some seriously clever lads on there that will put you in the right direction. It says here that how to EQ the FT2000, 4 kilohertz TX bandwidth. There's loads on it, loads and loads. You'll be a few days reading the pages, but very informative and very good there. I'll put it back to you there, George.
Yeah, that's the guy. I knew he was K6. I couldn't remember the rest of it, but I do remember he had quite a write up on the FT2000 because he had one of them for a long time, and he was doing all that kind of stuff with it there. So there you go. Jamie's not very strong with me, Tone. Not sure what way you're hearing him over.
Yeah, okay. No, I can hear him okay. He's about a 5 and 7 with me. So yeah, yes. So I'm hearing him okay, Georgia.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's competing with my noise floor here, so we'll put it up around to Andrew there, and another 15 minutes, and I'm out of here. So there you go. But we'll put it around to Andrew, MI0OBR, Echo India 7 Kilo Oscar with company.
Okay, thank you, George. Jamie, how you? Pleased to meet you. You're 5657 here. I can hear you all right. And have those, I've stuck those to the nu9m.com and the K6JRF. I think I've been on that website before, but I haven't had a good read at it. I bookmarked both of those. So I have plenty to read up on. And yeah, some of the bearings and stuff I've been looking on eBay and Gumtree, and I see that there's the odd occasion some of it does come up at very, very cheaply. So yeah, plenty to read, plenty to read up on, and try to figure out what would be best to buy. I'll make this my last round because I'll probably have to head back into the house in a minute. My wife gets up earlier than I do for work, and she gets pretty annoyed with me. I do my best to try and sort of sneak up the stairs, get undressed, get in beside her. I don't want to be rude or anything, but trying to get into bed and not breathe heavily because of the cold. But without wakening her, so I will have to go in a minute. Back to you, Tony. 2E0LFA.
Yeah, okay, Andrew. Please excuse that noise. That was my dog waking up. Yeah, fine business. I mean, that website is a wealth of knowledge on there. And like I said, you'll be days reading through it all. But it's where I started with, because you've got a parametric EQ inside that 2000, which you could plug the microphone in the front and leave it there. And just tune from there, set up from there. And there's lots of good settings. They tell you what to do and what to put in, and where to set the mic EQ, the processing and everything, But it worked a peak on my 5000 I've got, and I know they do emphasise more on the 2000. So yeah, that'll be of great value to you, that website. Like I said, you can then decide which stuff probably to buy or what you might need. Like I said, I'm very new to this, very new, and I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable as George and many of the others that do this audio. But don't be afraid to ask questions before you go spending bags of money on stuff that you possibly won't need, because that's important. There may be some things that are not worth buying, that you're not sure of, but I'd speak up and ask. Like I said, you could always send me an email, and I'll give you my best advice. What I know so far. There we go. Anyway, I'll put it round to you, Jamie, and say good evening. How the devil are you? Not heard you on in ages. M3 AMD from 2E0 LFA.
2E0 LFA, M3
Okay, Jamie, thank you. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy. Yeah, you're about 5'7" to 5'9", sort of up and down a little bit, but hey, it's the band. I'm quite shocked we're still talking at this time of night on it, but it's not my frequency, Jamie. I'll pass it back to the chairman and master of ceremonies, EI7KO from 2E0 LFA.
Yeah, okay, Tone. 2E0 LFA with M3 AMD. And MI0OBR, I'm not sure if you're gone, Andrew, but 7-3, nice to hear you. You need any advice, Ranton, my email on QRZ is good, so don't hesitate. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. And as Tony says there, it's always handy to ask because you don't want to be ending up buying stuff that you don't need. So don't hesitate at all. So I used to be out in the shed for a long time too, and eventually she took pity on me. But there you go. So 7-3 to you, Andrew, and we'll get you again. MI0OBR, EI7KO.
EI7KO from MI0OBR. Okay, thanks very much. I forgot your name, George. Sorry. Thanks very much. Thank you, Tony, as well, for any advice. And you never know, I might end up sending you an email. I've plenty to read up on. I said the mic was an FM7. It's an FM57. An FM57 mic that I'm using. Yes, so I've plenty to play on. I'm pleased that you can actually hear me okay. So that's good. Thanks anyway, and I'll pass it on over to you, Tony. And I hope to speak to you again sometime in the future. 7-3 to everybody there. 2E0LFA from MI0OBR. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay, Andrew. No problem at all. 7-3 for now. Pleasure to talk to you for possibly not the first time, but lovely to hear you on. And yeah, look forward to hearing you on again soon. And look forward to a few questions. If you need to, please don't hesitate. As I said, email's good on QRZ. 7-3 for now, and catch you again soon. Round to you, Jamie. Yeah, okay, Jim, no problem at all. Like I said, I am hearing you, but the noise is starting to creep up a little bit now, which usually is an early indication to the band starting to fold, as always. But I think George jinxed it earlier. He said about 11:30, and I think what you'd set your watch by you, George, back to you.
Yeah, it's getting a bit crackledy now, all right. I don't know what's going on. There's lightning somewhere. I can hear it. We'll have a look at the yoke here. Yoke, Irish slang word for thing. In case you're wondering. Oh, there's a pile of lightning going on down around Spain, central Spain, northern Spain, southwest coast of France. Oh man, there's a nice bit of it going on all down around that direction. So Malaga, Gibraltar, yeah. So that's what we're hearing there. But yeah, not to worry. But Jamie's not very strong with me, I'm afraid, and he's, as I said, he's competing with my noise floor, so it just makes it a little difficult. But I'm going to shut off this live stream now. I had absolutely no intention of doing that tonight because I was just playing around with the software, trying to get everything working on it, but. There's no facility to kind of preview it or whatever. You have to stream it. So, well, maybe there is. I don't know how to do it. So, I'm not all that well up on it. I can make it work and make it do what I want it to do. But I have it all fairly well sussed now and wrote down what I need to do. So there you go. So we're happy enough, Tony. But 1:15, I'm going to shut it off and get the hell out of here. It's getting late and it's getting noisy, and I was on here till very late last night, so I'm not going to do a repeat performance of that. Over.
Yeah, okay, George. 2E0 LFA returning with a final. I'm going to make this my last, actually. I've had a good little chops. And it's been good. Like I said, I've not even turned the radios on today, really. Been doing a few bits and bobs, reading books, amongst other things, and using calculators, and that's all I'm going to say. I ain't saying no more. I'll gather you'll guess what I've been doing. But anyway, moving on swiftly. Yeah, I'm going to go and hit the kettle, I think. I'm going to QSY to the kettle, have a cup of tea, and maybe go and watch a film. And can you hear that? Damn dog. God, he's noisy. I'm sure you can hear him. Anyway, 7-3s to you, George. I'll say 7-3s to you, Jamie, as well. Lovely to hear you, buddy. And hopefully catch you again real soon. George, it was a pleasure. I'll pass it to you to sign up, and then perhaps you could pass it to Jamie. 7-3s, lads, and thank you both very much.
Yeah, all right, John. 2E0 LFA, EI7KO Oscar, returning. Yeah, okay, John. Pleasure been all this end. Nice to hear you. And hopefully it won't be as long the next time. I don't know, it must be 2 weeks or more since I was talking to you last. But look, just the way it goes. So, yeah, that's all fine, Tony. No problem. We'll get you again. And I'll kick it up around to Jamie there, and he can tie the ribbons on it. We'll all get the hell out of here. M3AMD to take it, EI7KO.
Right, QRP.
Yeah, roger the QRP. Just a minute. Go ahead, Jamie. Is he there, Tone?
No. He may have been called up. Perhaps the Litlands have called him from the microphone, perhaps.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the QRP for a very quick one, and then I'm getting out of here. The QRP station, make your call.
Yeah, good evening. Mike 6 Oscar, X-ray Oscar, mobile south of Liverpool, QSL.
Yeah, no problem. M6OXO, I like that. OXO, huh? The job is OXO. Stroke mobile. Near Liverpool. You are 5'9" plus about 5 dB. Name here is George Golf Echo Oscar Radio Golf Echo. My call Echo India 7KO Ontario. And the QDH here, Athlone, right in the centre of VI. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. You haven't climbed up that mast at Athlone and put your antenna up, you over?
Oh, I'm shunt feeding it. I'm tuning it against ground and using it as a big vertical. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Must be 30 years since I was in Athlone, but you're booming through here. You're 5'9" plus 40, and in the clear you go full scale 5'9" plus 60. But I always try and work an Irish station. So give your best 7-3s, good luck, and good to you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your name that came up here. Is that the real deal, your lordship, over?
Yeah, Roger. It could be some land above quite a few years ago, but all this kid for is getting you a place and a restaurant and getting you a free upgrade on the plane. And
Okay, no problem. I'll kick it over to Tony there and see if he can hear you. Tony, are you copying his lordship there? M6OXO mobile. He's near Liverpool. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, George. 2E0 LFA returning. Very good evening to you, Brian. His lordship. I thought you were joking then, and I've just looked on QRZ. Yeah, very good evening to you, Brian. I don't know if you're copying me. The name's Tony. QTH is Leinster or Leominster. Say it how you will. Yeah, and you're about a 5 and 9 with when all's clear. Microphone back to you, Brian.
Yeah, Mike 6 Oscar X-ray Oscar. I didn't get your call. I've got a wall of noise here, and I've got a lot of lightning coming in with this storm that's on its way. Weather conditions are going down rather rapidly over.
Yeah, okay, Brian. No problem. The call was 2 Echo 0 Lima Foxtrot Alpha. That's 2E0 LFA Brian QSL.
Yeah, that was 2-0 LFA. You just come in the clear there. You were solid 5 and 9. Whereabouts are you in the country, over?
Yeah.